Shalom. I um I decided not to proceed with creating Torah studies because of my current situation. For those who know me, know what I'm talking about. For those who don't know me, don't worry about it. I'm okay, but I had a bit of a life-changing situation that I'm facing currently, and I decided to just change my direction a bit, and I just want to share my thoughts on the process I'm going through and how I'm dealing with it. So whenever I do something, I always ask why. What's the reason for doing something? Am I doing it for, you know, interaction with people? Um, do I do it just to get my thoughts out there? Do I want to help other people? It's probably all three of them. Less of caring about, you know, getting input from people in a way that, like people click the like and the likes actually make you feel good kind of thing. I'm not really into that stuff. I'm more into getting my thoughts out. I'm a person who speak and then I listen while I'm speaking, and it comes from the heart, and it's part of my process of capturing my thoughts for myself, and then hopefully it will benefit other people as well. And the other reason is it might give some insight to people who ask questions: what's happening, what's going on, is he okay, blah blah blah. So I decided to do this and keep it on the same channel. I'll just create another playlist, and this will just be my journey. I'll just call it my journey for doing this. I am capturing it for myself. It's a process that I follow. I've done a lot of research on how to deal with grief and go through the process, and I'm applying it practically because I have to. So this is not a theoretical study. This is a practical walk that I will share with you guys as I go. For information, for help, for whatever, but mostly it's for myself to rearrange my thoughts, see where I'm at, and then capture my thoughts in a practical way. So, what am I thinking about today? So, I'm thinking about the idea of life. What is life? And if you ask the same question 3 times, you answer the question, you ask why again, it sort of takes you deeper into what that thing actually is. Now, what is life? Life is an experience. It's something we tangibly experience through our consciousness. Being conscious, intelligent beings, we've got a perception of the world around us and everything that's alive around us. But we also have the inner life, the life on the inside. And that in itself is it's sort of a blessing and a curse in a sense. Because I thought about it this morning, that we are slaves of our emotions. We are subject to every little prompt. Now, all our feelings and our emotions, just call it feelings for now, can be external. That's a feeling through the skin or through your senses. And then you've got the internal feelings, which are the emotions. And we are slaves of our feelings. When you're hungry, you go and get something to eat. When you have an itch, you scratch it. When there's pain, you take a Panadol. When you burn your finger, you pull your hand away. But when you experience pain on the inside, what do? You can't remove yourself from that situation because it's within you. You can't escape that because it's part of you. That pain is on the inside. How do you deal with that? In the same way, if you face, for example, the death of a loved one, passing away of a loved one, it's a situation that just is. You can't pull away from it. You can't pull your hand away from the flame, take away the pain. It is. You have to face it. You have to go through it. And I think women experience that the same way, giving birth. You have to go through it. It's a painful thing. It's in your face. You have to deal with it. Now, that's the kind of pain that I am currently facing. I can't run away from it. I have to stand in front of it, and I have to do something with it. So what do you do with it? You can go and sit on a little heap, feel sorry for yourself. We know the story of Job, all the things he went through. His friends came to him and tell him all sorts of things. And that's partly why I decided to isolate myself from any external input from any of my friends. Not that I I've written on off all my friends and all the loved ones around me, but I had to face this by myself, alone, because the pain is on the inside. It's not something someone can help with. And even talking about it, I know people's got a lot of questions. Why did this happen? Why did that happen? If I engage in those conversations, it will take me a step backwards, because I'm in the process of moving forwards. I don't want to live in the past. I'm trying to deal with the past in a very practical way. And my um, process is to neutralize any feelings or any emotions. Now, how do I do that? Now, whenever you have a situation where you have a memory connected to something that's visual, something that's audible, a music, song, or a place you've been, you feel that stab in the heart, you feel that pain whenever you see that visual, because your mind works with pictures and it connects, and it's getting a strong memory if there's emotion wrapped around that memory. And you will remember that for the rest of your life. If you think back on your life, what do you remember? You only remember the very high um, times, or the highlights of your life, and the very low times, very deep, hurtful, depressing, whatever moments. You only remember those because they are imprinted in your mind, wrapped in emotion. So in order to deal with the pain, the pain is the pain. The pain is there. The situation is in front of you. You can't hide from it. You can't run from it. You can't pull away from it. It's there. It's actually within you. And what do you do with it? So the way you respond to it is your reality, your perception. It can still be there. It's like darkness and light. If you are familiar with light, you're comfortable with the light, lovely heat, warmth, you love the light, you can see things and all that, and suddenly the light is gone. Now you're in darkness. That will freak you out. That will terrify you. And it's the same situation when you're struck with one of these little unexpected life situations that hit you, that you can't control. Now you're in darkness. Oh, what do I do? So you have to sit still in that darkness and let your eyes readjust to that level of light that's still there, because there's always light. And your eyes need to readjust. And when you readjust your eyes, you can sort of see the light that's still there in amongst the darkness. And that's what I'm doing now. I am sitting still in this darkness, and I'm observing, I'm sensitive for the light that's still there. And then I grasp that light and I incorporate that in my life, because that's still light that is left. And what the light that is left is normally what people call the silver lining around the dark cloud. It is the good that will come out of a bad situation. Anything that is painful, pain is designed to move you to make a decision. Pain exists because of something that is out of balance in your life. And you have to deal with it to take away the pain. And how you deal with it is to change, make decisions, do things different. Because that is our teacher. Pain is your friend and pain is your teacher. And you have to embrace that pain, not run away from it. You have to stare it right in the face, in the eyes, and see, what can I learn from this situation? What can I learn from myself when I look at this pain that's now in front of me? So that is why I don't want any distractions, any noise, any input from people, because it's an internal process that I need to go through. It's all happening on the inside, because what manifests on the outside is the result of what's on the inside. And I have to deal with the root cause of what's on the inside in order to change the outside. And the work needs to happen within me. So I need to spend a lot of time to deal with that. And that's why I've decided not to do any Torah portion, because I don't have the time to give out anymore. I need to be on the receiving end. I need to be learning. I need to do the work inside of me. And I do a lot of study, a lot of things on how to deal with these things. And these are the few things that I discovered, and it's working, it's paying off, and I'm grateful for the process that I'm in. But it's still a lonely road. It's a road like climbing the mountain, like Moshe went up the mountain. He went up there alone, all by himself, climbing the mountain. It's not easy climbing the mountain. You get tired, you get lonely, and all that, and you stare things in the face. But if you turn around and you look down, you just see the beauty around you, because you're now on a higher plane of elevation, where you can see things more clearly. And that's the way that when you deal with it like this, you sort of get out of it. You get lifted up above that situation, and you see it from a broader perspective. And that's when you recognize that dim light that's still there, that little light that want to teach you something, that new light. And every piece of light, every new light that's coming to you is a truth, is something that you need to learn. Because everything in this life, if you think about what the purpose is of life, it is a learning experience, and it's a process, or yeah, let's call it a process that help you to grow. Whatever happens, good, bad, ugly, doesn't matter. Every situation is there for your benefit to grow. It's always positive, regardless the pain associated with some of these learnings and some of these teachings that you go through in a very tangible way. So that's why I decided to embrace what I'm going through with everything. I don't try and change it according to my will. I just see it as it is, and I try to learn from it. And I do it in isolation so I can listen clearly what is happening on the inside. Because the truth is revealed in darkness through the dimmest light, and I need to be sensitive enough to see that. So that's all I want to share today. I hope it means something to someone. It meant a lot to me learning these new things. Shalom.